Today's horoscope, Virgo September 16th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Others respond well to your communications today, and there can be practical advice exchanged that really helps. Even if complications aren't disappearing, things seem far more positive, and people are more agreeable. It comes rather naturally to seamlessly fall into creative ways of interacting with others and your environment. It's a good time to visualize what you'd like to do with your life and develop creative ways of achieving your goals. You're also working a little harder, feeling a stronger sense of commitment and purpose, and making detailed plans and schedules. Reserving time for yourself or your personal projects and initiatives makes sense now. It can be empowering to cooperate with others while also paying special attention to your independent pursuits and needs. As much as you can be all work, all the time, Virgo, the stars are aligning today to encourage you to let down your hair. Sweet Venus, the goddess planet of attraction, is spinning like she is in a swan's pool with the god planet of miracles, Jupiter. This is one of the most sought-after transits for all lovers and romantics, as it ensures you'll radiate like a star. Enjoy yourself with fun and games at an amusement park, or spice it up with something a little out of your comfort zone that is adventurous. You'll be feeling stress-free, and it's time to live in the moment. What do you want to pursue? There might be a slightly indecisive vibe when Venus in Libra trines Jupiter in Gemini. You could be between a few different professional and financial opportunities. 2 or more career paths may present themselves today. Think about what you value. You may find that there is a professional opportunity aligned with your financial goals, desire for security, and need for professional stability. Although it might be promising, take your time weighing your pros and cons. Whatever you choose could be significantly professionally and financially impactful. The world has changed since last year, and no one of us is immune to changes occurring in our personal lives. Giving has taken on new meaning. We must give of our minds, not our pocketbooks. We must open up to a new way of living with others. Take this period of change seriously, and you will not be left behind. Yoga is a wonderful practice for giving power to the mind to show the body a new way of being. The vibrations of the day are going to tend to destabilize you. You are going to have to go with the flow even if the going is a little rough. However, you should think about your behavior with your family and friends. Try not to beat them over the head with your opinions. Take time to listen and weigh the pros and cons of a situation and stop acting on impulse. There may be a slowdown in your professional life. Over the weekend, away from the noise of the working week, you will find it easier to listen to your heart and intuition as circumstances align across income, work, and career fronts in a way that could have long-term implications. While the moon is merely passing through your work sector, it sharpens your instincts and keeps you emotionally and intuitively engaged, especially as a favorable alignment between Venus on the income front and Jupiter on the job front reaches its peak. This confluence not only brings together elements of prosperity and good fortune but also has the potential to activate powerful forces of attraction. The moon's departure from your romantic sector yesterday not only left behind a sense of romantic nostalgia in its wake but the confidence to make the most of the doors open to the past and second chances. As the moon's only visit during your birthday month and the first since Pluto, the planet of change and transformation, retrograde back into your romantic sector, this comes just as there is a chance for a do-over or to draw a new line in the sand. Daily Planetary Overview. Have you ever found yourself second-guessing a decision you once felt so sure about? It's natural to feel confident in your choices initially, especially when everything seems to line up perfectly. You can envision the path ahead, whether it's in a relationship, career, or a personal goal, and it feels right in the moment. But then, as time goes on, doubt creeps in, and you begin to overthink. Did I really make the right decision? Is this the right direction for me? This tug-of-war between certainty and uncertainty is something many of us experience, especially when Mars in Cancer squares the south node of karma and the north node of fate. It's a moment where you might feel unsure about your choices, wondering if they will lead you to where you need to be. But here's the thing, a Euro life is full of unknowns, and sometimes, you simply won't know where your decisions will take you until you see how everything unfolds. It's okay to feel unsure. It's part of the process of growth and discovery. Have you ever looked back at a situation where you were uncertain, only to realize later that it all worked out in a way you couldn't have anticipated? Trust that this could be one of those moments. Allow yourself the grace to let the future reveal itself in its own time. However, it's important to remember that you can't force things to happen before they're ready. Sometimes we want something so badly that we push too hard, only to find that it doesn't fulfill us the way we thought it would. If you've been chasing something that doesn't quite align with your needs, today is a reminder to pause and reassess. Is it really what you want, or are you clinging to it out of habit or fear of change? Give yourself permission to let go of things that aren't serving you, and you might find that new, more meaningful opportunities come your way. Speaking of new opportunities, you're likely to be surrounded by fresh ideas and unconventional proposals. It's as if the universe is throwing open a door and saying, "Look at all these possibilities." Even if the old methods or familiar paths have worked for you in the past, it's a good idea to keep your options open. People around you may offer perspectives you hadn't considered before, and those insights could help you see things in a completely new light. Have you ever had someone point out a connection or possibility that you'd overlooked, only for it to completely shift your approach? That's the kind of energy you're working with today. Euro, stay open, because what seems unconventional might just be the key to unlocking something amazing. On the financial front, things are looking bright. You've got a sharp sense of how to negotiate and make the most of your resources. Have you noticed how lately you've been able to turn even small opportunities into something bigger? Today, more doors may open, especially when it comes to making new contacts. These new relationships could prove to be valuable down the road, so take the time to nurture them. Trust your instincts when it comes to finances. If something doesn't feel right, you'll know it, and you can steer clear of any potential missteps. Ultimately, today is all about finding balance. You're in a powerful position to move forward with grace and confidence, but it's also a day to reflect, reassess, and stay open to the unexpected. Have you ever been in a situation where you thought you had everything figured out, only to have a surprise opportunity or insight completely change your direction for the better? That could be today. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Are there any decisions you've been second-guessing lately? How do you usually handle moments of uncertainty? Let's start a conversation and support each other through the twists and turns of life's journey. After all, we're all navigating this together, and sometimes, just knowing you're not alone in your experience can be incredibly empowering.